Hey, and we back. I'm giving you some updates on the trial, day 3. And let's just say the prosecution is giving him the shit. The defense got a lot of explaining to do. They have a lot to work through. Yes, they do. And Jonathan Oddi's name came up. Cassie identified him. Remember we said we thought Oddi was in witness protection? Well, it's all coming to fruition. It's all coming to fruition. Yes. So I'm here to give you some of the updates. I think they break for lunch and they'll be back. But I'll check in the city press to see if there's any updates. Ooh, that's the wrong one. But I'm just giving people a chance to load up in the room. And we'll get started. Please like the video. Cassie got into more detail today about different ailments that she suffered as a result of the freak-offs. And the different DRUGSs that she had to ingest this to even tolerate all this. Hey, Turax. Okay. Shout out to CNN for these live updates. But Diddy done, y'all. Thumbs up this video. He is going to get convicted. I believe he's going to get convicted. That's my opinion, okay? All right. So some of the things they talked about. Ventura avoided kissing escorts because it made her scream, and she said. Cassie Ventura testified that she tried to avoid kissing the escorts during freak-offs because it felt too intimate. It made me screaming. But Sean would request to see it, so I would do it. Cassie says she preferred to take ketamine because it was the most disassociative. Please thumbs up the video. In January 2016, Sean Diddy Combs sent Cassie Ventura a text that he wanted to have a proper freak off where they didn't take ketamine. A successful freak off is one we remember, he said. Ventura testified that she preferred to take the drug for freak offs because it was the most disassociative. Then the jury took a break. So then she describes an incident which Tiffany Red, one of Cassie's good friends, spoke to news outlets after her lawsuit dropped about these specific incidents. So it's all getting corroborated in court. All right. So Cassie Ventura testified to celebrate her 29th birthday. She wanted to go to a club called The Blind Dragon and do karaoke with her friends. But she said that Sean Diddy Combs told her he wanted to have a freak off. I told him that I wanted to stay out and celebrate with my friends. And in my mind, I just didn't want the burden of having to do that at the end of the night, she said. I just wanted to have my birthday. Ventura said they went to the Blind Dragon for a bit, but she said Combs pulled her aside so many times and she gave up. And we went and had a freak off. So then Combs threatened to release videos of freak offs when he was angry at Ventura. So Cassie testified that Sean Combs frequently threatened to release videos of her in freak offs when he was mad. And he did it anyway. We know he did because he sent one to 50 Cent. He threatened her with releasing the videos, usually when he was angry about something or just really wanted me to fear, Ventura said. One time it was over her dating another man. She said when Combs threatened to put out 2 embarrassing videos, she feared he would one day be mad enough to release them. She said, I fear for my career. I fear for my family. It's horrible. It's disgusting. No one should do that to anyone, she said. Johnson showed the jury a message Ventura sent to Combs in 2013 asking him to delete any videos from his phone, saying she was worried because too many people had access to his devices. She testified Wednesday that she was referencing the videos to free calls. Please thumbs up the video. Yes, we beg. And Combs responded that he already did and his iCloud wasn't on. All good, he said in the message. Ventura testified that there were times she was told videos were deleted, but she still saw them later. So these are things he's using to blackmail her and coerce her into continuing to participate in these freak offs. I mean, I don't know why people don't see it. I know people are going to try to say, oh, she wanted the lifestyle. That's why she stayed. When people are abused, they get what you call Stockholm syndrome. Okay? So then it was a privacy screen added to the monitors in the courtroom while court is in a short recess. So Combs' sons are in court this morning. Some of Sean Diddy Combs' children are in court today. His adult sons have been present this morning. His daughters have been in the courtroom all morning. Okay, well. All right. So what do y'all think the defense strategy is going to be? I mean, because she's already discredited the fact that she did it consensually. And remember, their approach was, oh, it was a swinger relationship. She was down with all of it. I wonder what their spin is going to be. All right, so then the jury returns to the courtroom. The jury see text messages between Combs and Ventura regarding sexual explicit video of her. Cassie Ventura is testifying that she was told about an actually explicit video of her while they were at an event in Atlantic City on March of 2014. Immediately, my thoughts were to a freak-off video, Ventura recalled for a moment. The jury saw the text message thread between Ventura and her former boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs. Combs told her to find out more about what he knew about the video and where it came from. Combs told her to ask the person what the room looked like in the video. He said, you got to tell him this is your life. This is serious, Combs told her. She met the man and a DJ who had shown him the video at the restaurant in New York the next day. She brought security with her to intimidate the men at Combs' direction. Ventura said her manager, James Cruz, was also at the dinner. Child, Diddy leaked that tape. She also describes health issues, okay? So Cassie Ventura is describing what she and Sean did, Combs would do in order to recover after freak off. So Ventura said she and Combs would take IV fluids, get massages, and often take opiates. Opiates made me feel numb, which is why I relied on them so heavily, she said, adding that Combs sometimes provided the drugs. Ventura testified she had regular gastrointestinal issues from the drugs she took and frequent urinary tract infections from the freak-offs. The UTIs were so frequent, she would often have an infection during freak-offs, and typical medication stopped working. Wow. So her body became immune to the antibiotics. In a text message conversation, Ventura told Combs she had mouth sores from oral sex, taking drugs. Combs told her to see a doctor. He just did not care about her well-being at all. And Jonathan Oddi said, like, he sued Diddy for transmitting the hurt to him. Okay? So all them sores in her mouth, these are lifelong things that she'll have to live with for the rest of her life. Ventura said she felt empty after freak-offs. Cassie Ventura said she felt empty after the freak-offs. Empty. I definitely felt just gross, she testified. Ventura said she felt worse when she didn't stay with him after a freak-off. Ventura said she felt like, okay, I did my job and now I'm going about the rest of my life. The same feeling over and over again. Yes. So then she said on the stand that Diddy will push her to go to sex clubs even though they made her uncomfortable. So Cassie Ventura testified that she and Diddy would go to sex clubs where she would have sex with Combs or an escort. Ventura said she didn't want to have sex with the escorts, but Combs would request it. Ventura testified that she told Combs she didn't like sex clubs and that they made her uncomfortable. He usually just like keep pushing, or just try to convince me that it'll be fun thing to do, or that we wouldn't go for long, she said. She said she would often drink alcohol or do drugs before they went. Coercion, force, all that, okay? So Combs assaulted her at times when escorts was still in the hotel, Ventura testified. Cassie testified that she was injured during a freak-off in several occasions when Sean Diddy Combs would put hands on her. Sorry. She said it happened too frequently, and there were times when Combs would assault her with an escort still in the hotel room. So now Cassie describes an altercation with Combs that left her with a permanent scar on her eyebrow, okay? So Cassie Ventura is now testifying about a time in August of 2013 when she was sleeping in her apartment after going out with some friends. She said she woke up from a commotion with Sean Diddy Combs in her apartment yelling about her being asleep and not packing for an upcoming trip. Two of her friends jumped on Combs back because he was trying to attack me, she said. Eventually, we ended up from the living room into the master bedroom, and they were still jumping on his back. And went, that's right, girls, jump that ass, okay? She said, hold on. So eventually we ended up from the living room into the master bedroom, and they were still jumping on his back. And when he threw me down, I hurt my eyebrow on the corner of my bed, she testified, adding that she had a pretty significant gash on the side of her eyebrow. One of Combs' security guards took Ventura to a plastic surgeon that day to suture her injury. She sent an image of her injury to Combs later that day with a text, so you can remember. She said, I didn't want him to forget what he did, she testified, saying that the very least, I just wanted him to be sorry about it. You're right. That man's a narcissist. He ain't sorry about nothing. The jury saw a photo of Ventura and rapper French Montero at a festival shortly after the incident, and she testified that she styled her hair over her wound so it would not be visible. So Ventura pointed to her eyebrow on the witness stand and said she has a permanent scar from the 2013 injury. I covered it up with makeup. She said Diddy will often threaten to release video. That's not surprising. So Cassie Ventura said she and Diddy stayed on his friend's boat one time to attend the Cannes Film Festival when they got into an argument after he accused her of stealing rugs from him. The nerve. After you get me hooked, now you mad because I'm stealing them? He kicked me off the boat with no shoes early one morning, and I walked over to his staff hotel and I stayed in somebody's room, she testified. At the end of the festival, Combs kept giving her evil glares, she said. He would grab my leg and like squeeze my thighs tight as he could, and I was wearing a beaded dress, so it would be really painful. He's fucking diabolical. On the flight back home, Ventura said she switched seats so she wouldn't have to sit next to him, but then he traded seats with the person next to her. On the flight, he played videos of freak-offs that Ventura said she thought had been deleted, she testified. And Combs told her that he was going to embarrass me and release them. And when they landed in New York, she said they went to dinner, and then he wanted to have a freak off, so we had a freak off. Whatever was going to make him not be angry at me and threatening me, I was willing to do. I just didn't want to feel scared anymore. And it was the one thing he made me feel like I was good at. That's fucked up. Hey, y'all. I'm just giving y'all some updates from the trial today. So the jury was shown more text messages between Combs and Ventura. So the jury is seeing messages from 2013, which shows Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura planning a freak off and discussing which escort to invite. It's just one more person knowing our secret, Ventura said in the message. She testified Wednesday that she was referring to the shame of the secret of the freak offs. I didn't want to do them, and I just didn't want to be part of that, she testified. In another text message on January 7th of 2017, Victoria told Combs, nothing good comes out from freak offs anymore. You treat me like you're Ike Turner. Yes, baby. Hey, Bray. Yes, please get these likes up. Asked what she meant by the Turner reference, Victoria testified that Combs was abusive and controlling. I mean, he was actually physically abusive. He put me down a lot. As much as I was built up, I was put down quite a bit, she said. It's also the just sheer embarrassment, like how he treated me in front of other people. And now Dawn Richardson, in her lawsuit, she said, like, he didn't care if people were around. Like, he would embarrass you. So court went on a lunch break at 1:15. So we got into the drug use, the health issues that she experienced, constant UTIs, to the point that antibiotics wouldn't even work anymore. Her body became resistant, okay? She got into the details of the physical abuse that she endured on a regular basis. I reference you to that video that Diddy was narcissistic enough to go live about when she was hiding under the blanket. The twins are not in court today. All right. Combs' attorney says defense has to adjust strategy since Victoria's testimony was different than expected. So, in talking about what exhibits the defense might submit into evidence, Sean Diddy Combs' attorney, Teeny Geragos, said Cassie Victoria's direct examination went differently than the defense had expected. So, let me tell you something. The prosecution came in strong. And one of the things that came up is Jonathan Oddi. I told y'all he was in witness protection, okay? So part of the evidence is Cassie had binders of the escorts, right? And guess whose picture was there? Jonathan Oddi. And Cassie identified him. He's gonna be a witness. There's gonna be a lot of testimony from these male escorts. And if he transmitted the herb to a lot of them, I ain't mad at him. Let me see if the Enterprise got anything new. So this is the prosecutor to Cassie. I have a binder for the court. The gallery will not be able to see these exhibits. Miss Ventura, I will show you some exhibits. 2A404. Who is this? Ventura, she worked for Sean. Then they are belatedly back. All rise. As the exhibit 619, the objection to the defendant proposal is overruled. Let's have Miss Ventura back. Then we'll bring in our jury. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes ago. Did the prosecutor, did he come to the hotel where you were staying? Yes, he beat me up and called me names. My face was bruised. This photo, who is it? Scott Mescudi, known as Kid Cudi. We dated in 2011. Did Sean find out? Yes, in my phone. He's a stalker. 6 minutes ago. When you went to the party with your girlfriends, what happened? She said, I saw executives from BET. Then I heard that Sean was there. What did you do? I left. I ran out as fast as I could. Why? I thought he was angry. Let me tell you something. This is explosive testimony. Let me see if something else came up. And that's when, let me see, Ventura. Sean went through my phone during a freak out. He filed an email about what? Taking my toiletry back to Scott's the next day. Sean put a wine opener in his hand and threatened me. I called Scott on a burner phone. Where did you go? She goes, I don't know what you were saying. Yes. Child. Look, at the end of the day, I'm going to keep my eye out for these updates, y'all. But the prosecution is coming in strong, and they are not playing. Yes, Kid Cudi, Jonathan Oddi, the male sex slave to Cassie and Diddy, has come up in the case for the first time. I believe he's in protective custody because I believe he is going to testify. I think Diddy done. Mm-hmm. And forget about all them, because one witness went missing. They don't even need her. They don't even need whoever that is. They don't even need, all they need is all these escorts to testify because prostitution is illegal. And then you fly them out across state lines. That's called trafficking. Diddy done. He's up shit's creek, and his family know it. They said him and Janice Combs was matching today, child. She must have heard my my commentary yesterday about her wigs, because she got it together today. She came in with the short bob. She got it together because them wigs been bad forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. So that's all I have for you. Okay. I've been to, like, I give credit to Tisa Tells because she's the one that found Jonathan Oddi. But me and the Knotty crew went searching and finding out. And we was the first one to say that he was in witness protection, honey. He was in witness protection because you know what the diddler biggest weakness? He let to run his motherfucking mouth and his ego, okay? And he talk around way too many people. He talk around way too many people. That's how you know he ain't no real gangster or whatever, because real gangsters move in silence. But I love you all. Got to get out of here. My phone is ringing. We'll be back. We'll be back with more updates. Love you. Thumbs up the video.